Welcome back, and in today's video I've been prompted by the Holy Spirit to share this encounter that my wife and I had with a person coming back from a conference that we had gone to. So my wife and we had gone to a conference in Michigan towards the end of December. It was pretty amazing. It was put on by Encounter Ministries. It's all about having an encounter with Jesus that helps to bring us all closer to him. And so as we were boarding our plane, the flight was full, and they were talking about how we need to make room for people. So it was me and my wife. That's 2 out of 3 seats taken. And this guy just randomly sits next to us, and he looks kind of familiar. And then so I asked him, I said, "Hey, were you at that Encounter conference the past couple of days?" And his response was, he was. And so I said to myself, thank God we can talk about something on this little trip back home. And so we were talking, and something that he said was very, very powerful. It kind of made me appreciate the clergy, and more importantly, us, the laity, us, the church, us, the people, in our role in bringing Jesus to people. And so this encounter teaches us how to be disciples of Jesus. It's all biblical, but what the purpose is to have us go back into our spheres of influence, because God puts us around certain people that we've grown up, people at work, just whoever we are, or wherever we are, to be that light of Jesus to who God puts before us. And so the powerful thing that this turns out that he was a seminarian as well, and he had a very interesting story, but I won't go into that in this video, I guess. And the thing that he said was, you know what? The role of the layperson, of the person in their community, in their spheres of influence is very important, because they can go where we priests cannot go. And he was talking about, like, yeah, people, they need to come to the church, they need to come to confession, they need to come and see the priest, whereas us, the laity, we're already out there, and we're called to make disciples of all nations. And so that just really struck me. I guess I was reflecting on what he said when he said that we are out there, like we can go where no priest can go. And then I think about my circle of friends, and I think, oh yeah, like what if a priest just randomly shows up to this group of people? Like, how would they receive him? I mean, they'd probably receive me, not that I'm a priest or anything, but they know how I am in regards to my journey closer to Jesus, and that's what I'm focusing on right now in my life. And for me to share what I've been going through may touch them more than a priest, because a priest has a title. I have no idea. But yeah, again, that was just such a very powerful message, that we, the laity, can go where no priest can go. And so it kind of just makes me reflect on, okay, if we're called to bring the light of Jesus, if we're supposed to be the light in the world of darkness, how can we give Jesus if we don't know Jesus? And if we're giving Jesus without knowing him, then we could be just speaking from our lips and not from our heart. We're not living it. And so how much of an impact would that make? And so I guess what I'm trying to communicate here is, God's calling us to be with our group of family, our friends, but he's calling us to bring Jesus to that group. And I think a question that we need to ask ourselves is, are we willing to be that light? But in order to be that light, we need to learn more about who the light is, because that light isn't us, that light is Jesus, and we're just bringing Jesus to these people. So how do we know Jesus? When we talk about Jesus, like, are we really living that life? I'm a sinner. I'm not perfect. I'm not holier than anybody out there. I'm just out here living my life, trying to get closer to Jesus by the power of his Holy Spirit. And it would, I don't feel like I can do it without the Holy Spirit guiding me and without knowing Jesus, without reading the Bible. So I guess just words of encouragement that, if you want to bring Jesus to others, we first need to learn about Jesus ourselves and let the Holy Spirit touch our hearts to be that vessel for God to bring people closer. And so, I pray that, you all open up your hearts to the Holy Spirit and allow him to bring you closer to Jesus today and every day. Thanks for watching.